Hello, Aries. This is your September 2019. So, Aries, the first card that I pull for you is the Two of Swords. So, with the Two of Swords, this card is definitely talking about for Aries that you have to make a decision or you're going to have to make a choice. And this choice feels like it's more about relationships. So whether or not you are interested in moving forward with a particular person or partner, whether or not you are interested in trying to repair something, get something back off track, or back on track, something that was off track. So it feels like, Aries, you're dealing with a water sign. There's no doubt about you're dealing with a water sign because there's more water in this picture than anything. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, but the water is coming through very strong. It's also indicating that in the past with this particular person, Aries, there may have been very rough waters, very choppy waters. And what I mean by that is situations that you were involved with or involved in with this particular person may have been almost unbearable, may have been almost exhausting, may have been mind altering. What I mean by that is it consumed your thoughts and your mind and your emotions. It also benefited you, even though it was a lot of negativity going on with something in the past. Know that it also benefited you. And the reason that it benefited it because it turned you into somebody stronger. Stronger than you were before you met this person. Stronger than you were before this situation occurred that was unjustly or that was unkind, but it was also misunderstood. So what I'm getting for Aries is that there was a misunderstanding as well as to why communication ended, as to why this person was unable to communicate with you or to you for a certain period of time. This person was kind of lost in their own world, so to speak, for quite a while. Imagine, let's put the shoe on the other foot right now. Imagine how your partner was feeling because they felt they had no one to turn to. They didn't want to speak to you about a particular situation because they didn't want to bring despair and heartache to you. They also didn't want to create more worry for you. Now that all of that stuff is behind you, Aries, in the past, it is time to clear the slate, clear the aura and the negativity that was around this particular relationship, this situation. This person has been coming back towards you for quite a while now. I want to say between 1 and 2 weeks or 1 and 2 months. This person has definitely been trying to come back around even stronger. This person may have began to start to communicate with you, whether that is through via text messages, whether that's through social media, whether that's through WhatsApp, whatever that's through. This person, maybe it's even through another person, okay? But there's definitely been communication here, which is definitely opening doors, so to speak. It's also pushing buttons on you, Aries. It's getting you to say, oh, what was that? So when they try to communicate or when they send you a message or when they just say, how you doing, you feel something. And you're like, I'm not used to feeling that. Now I'm uncomfortable. Before I was uncomfortable because they weren't speaking to me. Now I'm uncomfortable because they are trying to communicate with me, and now that's making me nervous. So I don't know what I want. First, I wanted them to speak to me when they didn't talk. I wanted them to say something, communicate one way or the other. Now they're doing that, and now you're saying, oh, I don't know, I'm uncomfortable about that. I don't know whether to respond. I don't know whether to talk. I don't know whether to do anything. But at this point, it's like checkmate. It's your turn. It's your turn. This is a person that you wanted to be with. This is someone who you felt was meant to be in your life. This is someone also, too, who created that doubt in your mind that maybe this wasn't right. Maybe they're not for me. Maybe they have somebody else, but they don't. For a majority of you, they don't. For a majority of you, if this person is spending so much time trying to communicate with you, trying to get a hold of you, trying to entice you, trying to encourage you, trying to reach out to you, then it's your turn to open the door. So Two of Swords, again, let's go over it again. Two of Swords, a decision to make. You either want them or you don't. You can't keep playing the same game that you got mad because they played. So now you're going to, it's not tit for tat. It's not evil for evil. Okay? Aries, this is the time for you to shine. This is the time for you to reap the benefits of what you deserve. The happiness that you wanted is right there. Question is, are you going to reach out for it? Are you going to be willing to put your hand out and say, okay, I'm going to open the door. Hello. Let's start again. Introduce yourself. Say, let's start over. When you start over, you're not going to pick up from the past. You're not going to pick up like nothing ever happened. You're going to start brand new. Step 1. They'll ask you out and treat you like a lady. Step 2. They're going to hold you in their arms and never let you go. So, it's up to you. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it that in the past, I get it. You felt like you were left out in the cold. You felt like they abandoned you. You felt like they didn't give a shit about you. You felt like everybody was a priority but you. You felt like they were purposely upset with you or mad with you or purposely trying to hurt you. When I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. I am feeling like this card here can represent both you and your partner. So this feels like how you felt when all that was going on. You felt defeated. You felt like it was worthless. It was pointless. It was all for nothing. You convinced yourself. They just used you. That's how you convinced yourself that they wanted to use you and take advantage of you, and they really didn't want anything, and this and that. You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. And a lot of you, your partner is feeling this way. They're feeling this way because at the time, when they had other things going on in their life that you're not really aware of everything. You think you are, but you're not. There was a lot more going on, and there was also health issues going on that you're not aware of with this partner. They had things that they had to deal with themselves. I also want you to realize that now that that part is over, now that everyone is beginning to heal, that third-party situation, which again, I'm not feeling that it was a person, but feeling that the third-party situation was either an illness, it was a family member. Okay, the third-party situation could have been on your part as well. Having to check on family, deal with family, take care of family things. Okay, family was very strong between both of you, but individually, meaning your family, their family, there was different needs and responsibilities that were put on both of you. But now I'm seeing that this card, and it doesn't feel like it's completely upside down like it's done with, but it feels like it's a little bit on an angle. So you still might have, or your partner still might have, a little bit of family things to still handle and to still deal with. And that could be you, Aries, or that could be your partner. Still having to deal with something, because something is not quite finished yet, because it's this way. When the card starts to spin and gets this way, that's when all is said and done. That's when you'll need that moment to get yourself back into the proper alignment. So you're going to watch the way you're standing. You're going to put one foot into the positive area. You'll still be healing from something with a family member for a little while here, because that's why the foot is still left back here in the past. So that's how it's going to be in the past, meaning that currently, again, you're going through a situation where family is needing you, or you're having responsibilities with family. Once that responsibility changes, like I said, once the card goes straight down, that will be when you're done your responsibilities and done what's needed to be done with this particular family or family member. Once that's done, then you're going to move forward in a more positive light. However, there still will be a little bit of aftermath from whatever the family situation was. Okay, whether that's selling a property, whether that's taking care of banking investments, whether that's handling life insurances, whether that's handling other bills and things that need to be tended to. So you'll close and finish something up altogether. Once you do, then you'll be able to sit very strongly on your throne, and you'll be able to balance out the negative and the positive. You'll be able to look over everything that's occurred in the past 6 months or so, and then you'll be able to finally gain your balance. Then, in fact, within the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to be able to work on your relationship. You're going to be able to try to get something back on track. You're going to be able to try to be successful. However, you are going to have to be the magician. It's going to take a lot on your part to pull certain things together. It's also going to take a lot for you to carry yourself in a certain manner, okay, in a certain way, so that because you don't want to wear all your problems on your face. So you always go and approach other people, whether it's to work, whether it's with other family members. You always appear to be the strong one. You always appear to have everything cool and under control. But inside, you're actually a wreck. You're actually getting exhausted. You're actually tired of having to deal with so many different things and obstacles and challenges. Some of you have really went through some tower moments and you got one more coming. But you'll get through it. Because all the tower moments you've went through in your lifetime has made you stronger and stronger so that you can keep handling the pros and the cons, the good and the bad, okay? You could still handle all that. But even though there's going to be negativity, Aries, something positive will always come out of it. It's up to you to find what's positive, okay? Don't focus on what's negative. Don't. Again, you'll have the strength. You got the strength card. You are nothing but full of strength. You are a tiger because you're full of strength, okay? You definitely can do this. For some of you, you're going to look back, or you're going to look down, or you're going to look out on the horizon. Some of you may be standing at a cliff area, maybe looking into water. Some of you may be looking at from a high-rise and looking down at the whole city. Some of you may be just looking out your bedroom window and looking at nature in general. But while you're doing that, life is passing you by in your mind. You're watching everything that's occurred and has happened. You're reviewing the tower moment that you had to go through. But if you look in that mirror, you'll see you're still standing. Even though you had to go through the hardships, even though you had to go through pain, even though you had to go through learning a lot, even though you had to step into someone else's shoes to take care of a situation or take care of business or take care of a person, you're finally seeing how hard it is, Aries, to step into someone else's shoes, to see what role they actually played, to realize just how important their life really was and how valuable they were to so many. For some of you, you're going to take yourself into the direction which is needed. You're also going to learn to share yourself with other people. You will continue to protect yourself and try to keep yourself afloat. You also will be returning, You also will be turning down someone who re-enters your life. Now there could be two people here, because I'm seeing one person whom you never really let leave your life. And I'm seeing another person who was completely out of your life for a long time and now may be trying to re-enter. And it's creating some confusion in your mind. But don't go back to that poison, because in fact it still is poison. Because that poison was buried in the ground for a while and you didn't see from them and hear from them, that poison is still just as strong as it was when you left it. For that case, this is for you to get away from that poison, okay? Definitely it's saying move into another direction. It's saying don't allow this poison to re-enter your bloodstream. Remember, where you put your energy at is where you'll get your blessings, okay? For some of you, there is going to be communication coming in. You're going to get a message or a phone call. Somebody wants to talk to you. You're on their mind. They're thinking about you. They're missing you. They're wanting to rediscover you all over again. They want some happy times. There's not going to be any more arguments. They don't want that. They don't want that. They want you to sit where you belong on your throne. They want you to be happy. They want you to shine. So remember what I said. It's up to you, Aries. Try on somebody else's shoes, or maybe you already did, and just learn to appreciate what was behind the scenes. Because a lot of times, you may have been around this person, this family member, whoever, for years, and thought you knew everything or thought you seen everything. But in fact, one day you tried on their shoes, and now you got to see exactly what their responsibilities were, exactly what they did day in and day out. You got to learn so much more about this person after they have left than you ever knew about them when they were here. So it's kind of like flipping the script. So that's the name I'm going to title this video for Aries for September. Flipping the script. Got it? So, never judge anyone, even the person you were in a relationship with, who maybe have stopped communicating with you, maybe kept themselves distant, maybe didn't express themselves the way they should have. But you didn't put their shoes on, so you don't know exactly what was going on behind the scenes. You only know what you were able to see, what was exposed to you. You don't know what they were dealing with behind the scenes. So, give them a chance.